Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We have already started here.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Petit gets his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Goes for a shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
He's in space and looking for options. So what can they make of this? Neatly clipped into space. Martinez! Goal! Benfica! You don't keep those outs. He knew. He just knew.
Oh, what a hit, Peter. And there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured. It was simply inch perfect.
Benfica gain their reward with an early goal. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And they're not going to make any further progress now. No, he wasn't going to let him past. De Bruyne plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Forwards and with intent.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by. Chance, surely! That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Martinez. Look at the space here. Chance for a shot! No mistake! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Benfica are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Looking for options for movement. Thinks about the shot. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Benfica with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Pirlo goes short. Now it's Petit. And this is... And the shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. Benfica finding their... It's Drogba! Wow, that is Didier Drogba! A finish of true class! And that for him is goal number 10. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And yes, it's him again. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Pass is just off target. Pirlo. Now it's Drogba. Now it's Martinez. Oh, what a ball! Great chance! It's a loose ball. Oh, it's fallen loose again! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really...
And that'll be the final action of the first half. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Benfica utterly dominant in the first 45 minutes, scoring at will. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Now it's Martinez. Petit.
Benfica clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
He's found a way through. Lobbed in behind. Drogba being hunted in packs.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
Ruben Semedo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that's a key interception. Ruben Semedo. Now that looks a decent ball. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. Now it's Martinez. Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Benfica have reclaimed it. Oh, that's clever.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And the shot! It's there! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's become a case of men against boys. Tries to play it through, and he welcomes it in. No, that's been intercepted. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And no, that was never going to make it. Looking to play him in. Drogba gets into a good position. cute ball now. How can he reach it? Roll! And he couldn't quite make it 6.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Cleared away. Aimed beyond the defence. Chance! It's in! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And the referee brings it to a close. Benfica can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Drogba taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?